Right.
Well, that was quicker than I thought. That crept up rather sharpish, I must admit. Right. Good evening, everybody, and welcome. I can't see if there's anybody. For some reason, I seem to have lost my chat and everything. I don't know what's happening. It's probably the iPad or whatever. I don't know. But I haven't got the chat, so I can't see if you're in the chat. So if you're in the chat, if you could say hi so that we know that we're broadcasting loud and clear, and you can hear and see us, that would be great. And then Eric will relay it to me, and then we'll know that we're good to start. Although we're good to start anyway, because we're here, you see, and even if you're not, that's your fault. But it won't matter, because if you're not here, you won't know that we're moaning at you. So, welcome, everybody. I hope you're all doing well on a Wednesday evening. It's a bit of it's not a bad Wednesday evening where I'm at the moment. What's it like with you guys, though? Is it good? There's Irene there laughing her head off.
No.
So welcome. Hope you're all doing good. We've got a good show for you tonight. We've got the lovely Irene all the way from Japan, and we've obviously got Eric from the United States. So we are multinational tonight. We're kicking above our height here, really. So hiya, Rita. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you in the chat there.
I've got to say something in Japanese to Irene, and I'm hoping I'm going to get it right. Ohayou gozaimasu. Genki desu. In other words, Dan, good morning.
Oh, very good morning. It's 4 o'clock where Irene is, so she's the early bird today. She's up and at 'em. She's really sort of dedicated to the day ahead here. Getting up for it. Did you get up for us, Irene, at 4 o'clock, or did you just sort of wake up at 4 o'clock and thought, well, do you know what? I'll go and see them shadows.
I was up at 3.
3?
Oh my God!
Hiya, Jamie. 3? Blimey! You really are the early bird, Irene.
I had to put the dishes in the
really
dishwasher. Okay.
So thank you anyway. Thank you for joining us this early in the morning. I do appreciate it, as does I'm sure we all do.
I got another podcast in 3 hours, so it's okay. I'm okay.
You got another podcast in 3 hours?
Wow. Mute, or do you want?
Bloody hell! You're a busy woman, Irene.
She's a busy bee.
She's a busy bee.
Nettie!
Is Nettie there? Hiya, Nettie. Hope you're doing well. Hiya, Nettie. So what I'm going to do, Irene, everybody knows you anyway because you're an old favourite here. So we all know you. We all know each other. But just give them an idea of who you are and what you do, if that's all right, please.
I'm what you call the crazy clairvoyant in Japan. I don't tell anybody what I do. I don't project anything. I don't. Locally, nobody knows what I do. It's just a thing of keeping my sanity, because if I ever said what I do, I'd be thrown in a loony bin. Paranormal is not really accepted in this country. Not like it was a long time ago. People are very skittish of other people who do things, who can see things, and you have to keep a very low profile what you do in this country.
Is that because people are nervous of it, not Irene, you think? Is that because they don't want...
Because if they see a spirit and say, you sit on their side of the road, I'll stay on my side of the road. You don't come near me, and I won't come near you.
So they don't mess with spirits.
It's classed quite... in Japan, they have some really nasty ones. Like, I don't know if you know about... You know, the one, when you look at this woman, she smiles at you, and she has a big cut on her mouth, and she makes a big smile. She can kill people.
Her husband did that. He did that. He killed her, and he did that. That's why she comes after men.
Oh, is that how it works? That's why she's got it in for men, because he did it to her.
Yeah.
It's a reasonable reason, I guess, isn't it?
Yeah. She calls men out. She goes, come and see me. Come here. Come here. And so if you go there, either you say she's beautiful. If you say she's ugly, well, bye-bye.
Yeah.
She's got a proper big, like that.
Yeah.
She was a really beautiful woman, and he cut her to make her look damaged.
Wow. That surprises me with Japan, because you got Japan has got a rich culture of sort of paranormal activity and paranormal history and lots of sort of myths and legends that are attached to it. So it surprises me that people are moving away. But I suppose some people are nervous of what they don't understand, I guess, aren't they?
Yeah, because you wake up, you do things that so you can appease the gods and appease the dead so they don't get mad at you. You wake up that way and you go to bed that way.
Wow.
Right. Okay.
Because
So it really is cultural.
the film The Ring,
Mm-hmm.
about Ju-on, she comes out of the well and all that.
Mm-hmm.
It has some people think it's just a horror film. It's not. It's got some real connotations here where this thing does come out. I say this
Because
thing. It's a girl.
a guy they got recently married, okay, and he didn't like her anymore, so he wanted, instead of divorcing her, he threw her down the well. He killed her.
Yeah.
Oh, and is that the origins of that story?
Yeah.
And she comes out. She gets revenge on people.
There does seem to be an awful lot of vengeful female spirits out there, doesn't there, in Japan?
Because it's a stupid dumb men.
I was going to say, that's probably the answer to it, isn't it? Really?
But
yeah.
But you haven't just got that. You've also got the warrior, what I call the warrior spirits. You know, the samurai.
Spirit, yeah.
And people think, oh, you know, it doesn't really exist. It actually does. And
it
these
does,
are the ones you really don't want to upset.
I told you, remember, I was climbing the mountain to go to the tomb. I couldn't do it. I was throwing up. I was getting dizzy. I was seeing these samurai warriors fighting on the mountain. And I said, yeah, I can't do this. My husband was sitting with me. He was standing up with me. He was rubbing my back. I said, oh, I don't feel good. I don't feel good. I said, we got to walk downstairs. I was already halfway up the staircase. And I couldn't do the rest of it. I said, we gotta go down. I went down. I sat down. I said, oh, I don't feel good. Yeah. And I've never had that. That was the first time I did that.
So what do you think they would do?
Their energy? Do you think their energy was because they're warriors and what they were doing? Do you think their energy was projecting and it was affecting you to the point where you're not going to be able to do anything because
I
who
wanted
they are?
to show my friends. I was hosting 2 paranormal friends from Oklahoma, and they stayed in my house, and we took them sightseeing. That place is really haunted. Okay, let's put it that way. It's so bad you wouldn't believe it, but that's why they created the shrine to appease the dead. Yeah, the whole place was just loaded with a whole bunch of samurai warriors fighting with swords, killing each other. And unfortunately, I got the run of it, right? I can't do anything about it.
I don't know if you know this, but a Japanese man, when he gets really angry, they are some scary shit. Just get out of the way. Just get out of their way.
Yeah.
Your home is built on Japanese, isn't it? Built on some samurai training land.
No.
Is there some at the back of it? Is there some, or is it near you? Is there somewhere near you that you were saying that there was Japanese, there was like samurai training land or samurai ground?
Yeah, but not where I live.
Is that active?
It's active all over.
Yeah.
There's one road, there's one highway. You go onto the road, you get what I should have Vivian, the suicide waterfall. You get that shrine. Keep on going. You end up in the suicide water. You end up in the suicide forest. Keep on going. You end up in Japan seaside, where the earthquake happened. So it's just one road going right straight through, and it's all connected.
Yeah.
Do you think that those earthquakes have got any connection to the activity that goes on there? Do you think that they stir it up, or they create it, or the energies?
The earthquakes create a lot of UFOs in Japan.
Yeah, I've heard that they seem to materialize when they have earthquakes, don't they?
Yeah, every bad one happens, everyone's looking at the sky.
Oh.
So what do you think they're doing, Irene? Do you think they're monitoring what's happening, or?
I think so too, and they're always near the we have nuclear power. They're always near the nuclear power plants.
We have
Yeah.
that here. We
Because you
have nuclear
see,
power plants here. Have lots of activity, UFOs around them.
But you know what? I've seen pottery, really, really old pottery,
yeah,
that have pictures of lovely women on their geisha. There's some sea, and then you see the picture of the UFO coming out of the sea in these really old pottery. So
yeah,
it's something that's nothing new. This has been going on for like hundreds and hundreds of years in
I think that's
Japan.
global as well, isn't it? You see that
Yeah.
in Egypt, you see that in Greece, in Japan, China, everywhere,
Yeah.
don't you? The ancient artifacts have got sort of UFO etchings on them and stuff, and even cave paintings to some degree.
Dan, you remember my group, Paranormal Japan. You've seen the
Yeah.
picture of that, right? It's on a mountain.
Yeah.
Guess who made that?
Who?
Really? They think. See, it's odd, isn't it? It's strange, isn't it? The connectivity is amazing. Nico Sharp. I
That's
wonder if they're
the shrine
re-energizing
that I belong
Good
to.
point.
That's the shrine that I belong to. It's on a mountain. This side is the ocean. This side's the forest.
Right.
It's
Is that
on
the
a mountain.
suicide forest? Is that's?
No, that's further in near Mount Fuji.
Right. Because there must be a lot of activity there, mustn't there, with people sadly.
Oh, you want to know something? There's yeah, okay, I'll tell you.
Get ready, Eric.
The shrine that I go to, it's haunted. The whole area is haunted because there's a lot of samurai bloodshed.
Yeah.
And along the ocean where people go swimming, they unearth a whole bunch of samurai warriors, skulls, bodies, everything on that shore. And they were
wow.
all hidden under the sand.
Oh, and then they've just came up. They've just been pulled up.
Yeah, they just found it the other. When was it? In September.
Wow.
So in Japan, what happens with them? Do they rebury them, or
No,
can they
these guys are
sell
going
them?
to the museum.
Oh wow!
Unfortunately, it's going to be really haunted too, right?
Yeah. That's unusual because a lot of those samurais came from very aristocratic families, didn't they? A lot of them were very real sort of gentry, real aristocratic families.
Are they still in the armor? Is the armor?
The shrine that I go to is a Shinto shrine. It's not Buddhist. It's part of Buddhism, but it was made for the aristocratic people who belong to the royal family in Japan.
Wow.
Yeah.
Guess whose blood is part of me? That's where I come from. Yeah. And that's why I belong to that shrine. Oh. And the prince and princess is like the queen and king in Japan. And they all get married in the shrine. They all die in the shrine. So, yeah. And only the aristocrats belong to the shrine.
They are your actual ancestors then, aren't they?
Yeah.
And they built that shrine on the mountain. And guess what? The aliens had a queen and king, and they told them to build the shrine on the mountain. So how the heck did they get all those big, huge lumber pieces on the mountain? You ask me, I don't know.
Yeah.
Their lumber is like yay big and yay long, each piece.
Yeah, that takes some doing, wouldn't it? Hi, Amanda.
Yeah.
That's the thing, isn't it? It doesn't look logical, does it? When you look at the materials that they build these places out of, and they're right on top of mountains and stuff. And you think,
But
well,
then it's a bit of a pilgrimage to get up there as well. So you're showing respect by actually going there in the first place.
Yeah.
It's 80 stairs going up the mountain.
Wow.
And you never go empty-handed either.
Oh, you go empty-handed.
Do you?
Go empty-handed. Yeah.
Oh, I would give them something.
No, you don't. You don't. Oh, that's Buddhism.
Okay.
For a Shinto shrine is different. You don't give them anything. You don't need to give them offerings.
I suppose it's the pilgrimage, isn't it? To get going there and that's the offering. Isn't it,
Climb those stairs, right? Yeah.
Hi, Rab.
But my t-shirt.
Can you imagine taking a sumo warrior up those
shrine.
stairs? Sumo.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah, my t-shirt.
That's pretty.
Yeah, that's lovely.
That's pretty.
So
That
I
is
wear
lovely.
this for protection too.
It's lovely.
There's a lot of dangerous places. I pick and choose where I want to go because I want to live tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
So
Yes.
you don't choose a place where, even though I am grounded, even though I can do what I can do, I'm not stupid, right? I think Vivian knows.
Don't put yourself in that position. Yeah.
I will go to the suicide forest, but I'm not going to do something stupid. I'm not going to go inside it. I will pray to the people who have lost their lives, but I'm not going to do anything dumb, right?
No.
And I'm not going to say.
Irene, you say that, but I would be more scared of this place you went to with the waterfall and the samurai. I'd be more scared of that place and even Mount Fuji herself than the suicide forest. The energies for me there would be
the waterfall
more scary.
Was pretty. I had a spirit tell me to go blank off.
Was that by
in
the
Japan?
waterfall?
That's unheard of. They don't swear. Yeah.
That was a waterfall. Vivian has my pictures.
Yeah, I have.
Show you. It's not. It's not a easy place to visit.
No, I guess in the waterfall itself is a living energy, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's full of people who committed suicide, unalived themselves. Okay, we're gonna say unalived.
Oh no, it's mad, isn't it?
Think about it.
I bet it's sad though, isn't it? I bet it's really heartbreaking, isn't it? To in that forest, or is it?
The waterfall is crazy because you get cold spots. You're shivering cold, and it's the middle of summertime. It's really hot out. It's raining, but you don't feel. You feel the energy of the people who died, and it's the most gut-wrenching feeling you've ever had.
Yeah.
I took those pictures because I was told, take this picture there, take that picture there, take that picture now.
Yeah.
And I didn't do it like, I said, okay, I'm going to take these pictures, right? I didn't do it. They said, you got to take the picture now. And I said, okay, I'll do that. And I said, now you have to take another picture on this side. Okay, I'll do that. So I was listening to what they were telling me to do, and I was doing exactly what I did. That's when I came out. And the supposed to be rocks and earth. I looked at my face. There's no rubbles, there's no earth, there's no rocks. What is this, right?
Wow.
Yeah, it was amazing pictures.
And then you see the waterfall, all you see is faces all the way down the waterfall.
Wow.
Yeah. I have to send them to you, Dan. They're absolutely amazing.
It's the most craziest place. They don't have very... See, I like to take people to places that are not listed as haunted. They don't list that place haunted. They will tell you what happened in the past after the war, but they won't list it as haunted.
Yeah.
Like the other places, like the suicide forest or wherever else. Those is haunted, but they're not going to list this waterfall as haunted.
No.
They don't want it to be coming out as being haunted. But
question for you. I got a question for you.
I know it's haunted. You know it's haunted. We all know it's friggin' haunted, right?
Yeah.
Have you been up Mount Fuji? have you been up there as far as you could
I'm
get
not
up?
going. I will go
Okay.
to the Suicide Forest. I will go to the 5 lakes underneath, but I will not go up Mount Fuji. If you take me up there, either I'm gonna fall or something's gonna push me down the mountain.
I thought as much, because that is haunted as well. People don't realize it.
It is.
She's
It is.
beautiful. She's beautiful to look
Stunning
at,
mountain, yeah,
but
stunning.
you don't mess with
Scientists
her.
used to climb the mountain, right, to measure the lava, because it's a live mountain, right? It's a live
Yeah.
volcano,
Yeah,
and they measured the readings for if there's going to be an earthquake. They read the lava. They read how bad the volcanic activity is in the mountain, but they when they climb up, either they fall in the mountain and die, or they fall going down the mountain or climbing up. So it's littered with bodies, right?
I know.
Yeah.
It's the most dangerous. It's
I'm
great when you
I
when you
can't
want
I
to
can't
take it.
post these pictures. They're Irene's pictures, so it's up to Irene. They're quite private. If Irene wants to
No,
post
you
them, I
can
think
post them. It's okay.
okay. I'll have to put them up separately on the wall.
It'd be
But
interesting for
yeah,
everybody to see him, I think, won't it? It's sort of,
yeah.
It's I'm not. I've been to that waterfall so many times, right? But I've never had the experience that I went when this last time. It was
Yeah.
kind of different and kind of odd. My husband got really scared. He said, "You seen something?" I go, "Yeah." He goes, "What?" And I said, "I ain't telling you."
is
Yeah,
it
I've
is
got
it like the feeling? Is it sort of because obviously the people that lost their lives there? Does it feel desperate and sort of lost?
When I took my friend, right, we did a kind of like an investigation, kind of like asking questions, and they go through me and I answer them for them. Um, it was like kind of like an investigation, kind of like podcast we did. Video, not a podcast, but a video. It was kind of interesting, but kind of freaky because they said that my friend said, I'm an American. No one would ever rule Japan. Not even America would ever rule Japan. You'll be a sovereign country. It was the way to end the war. And they said, and you shouldn't have died because you had no reason to die.
Mm, mm,
And he's the kind of person that hates war, hates anything like that. He's the kind of person that loves people, right?
yep.
And he said, "I'm sorry you had to die." And then I could hear all these people crying. And the more they cried, the more pictures I took, the worse it got.
So
I
it's
said, "Okay."
desperation.
I said, "Okay, guys, we gotta leave. I can't handle this. When I can't handle something, I just walk away because I have to take another breather in and come back again because it gets to you in
Yeah,
here, right?
yeah,
No matter
that makes
how
sense.
hard you you try to center yourself or meditate, eh, Japanese spirits they get in your face,
Mm.
okay,
here we
and
go.
then
I'm going to share the picture. Hopefully, you'll be able to see it. Can you see
that's
that?
one side of the mountain.
Oh,
That's kind
it's a bit washed out,
of
Viv.
Yeah, because it turned out that way.
Oh,
That's
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
okay. Wow.
See, look at that. Look at the face on the
Well,
right hand side. There's a face right here, and there's a face right here.
yeah, I can see it actually.
Is that the waterfall?
Yeah,
No, that's a mountain.
that's a mountain.
Oh, is it?
It looks like there's a fish right in the center.
Yeah,
it looks like it's got a cigarette in its mouth.
yeah.
I can see that close.
It's really weird. It's it. That's
That's
the
cool.
waterfall.
That's the waterfall, isn't it?
Yeah, and there's faces in the waterfall right
Yeah.
throughout. And if you go there on a sunny day, you could see people climbing the mountain and jumping in the waterfall.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's just crazy.
It's the most heart-wrenching, gut-wrenching place you've ever visited in your whole life. And kids
Can I
go
show
there.
that first picture?
Yeah, that's us in the waterfall behind. And I was hearing all kinds of crazy stuff behind my ears. So I was trying to be, okay, you guys, yeah, okay, try to be happy. Try to be nice.
Pretty much.
I
There you
couldn't
go.
do it. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. And
Is
there's
there
another
any way?
waterfall. There's
Is there any
another
way they?
waterfall. I didn't take a picture of it, and I could see a whole bunch of kids jumping in the waterfall and killing themselves too.
Wow.
There's one more that I didn't want to take a picture of that one.
Is there any
Okay.
way they can be helped, those people, or is it beyond that?
I don't touch it.
Yeah.
Unless they ask for help, I won't touch it.
Yeah.
It's just something that I have a rule. I think Vivian knows. I think you have a fine line, right?
Oh, William.
Where you can help, and there's the ones that really don't want to have anything to do with you. I think they're so angry that they're gonna be there till whenever, right? Hell
Yeah.
freezes over.
Yeah.
So I will listen. I will talk to them, but that's as far as I'll go with that one.
Nico says it looks like a kabuki mask, that face in the waterfall.
Yeah, it's really it's not the nice place to go to, and inside you go underneath the mountain, you catch the elevator to take you back down to the first floor.
Oh.
That's way up high in the mountain. Inside the mountain, they have a goddess, like a Buddhist thing, doing prayers like this to pray to help the people who have died. And that's the only place where you see it, but there's not going to tell you how. I think over 700 people killed themselves.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah, beautiful.
Nicholas says, thank you, Irene, for letting Viv show those pictures. Beautiful.
No problem. I got a whole bunch. I think my picture, my iCloud is full of haunted pictures.
Irene, can I ask you, what do you do for Halloween in Japan? What is the general thing that happens in Japan for Halloween?
Kids dress up. They go to the American grocery store and they have a Halloween dress up contest. They have parties. They really don't do anything for Halloween. I bake a lot and I cook and I make stew and then I make little treat bags for all the kids in my neighborhood and I give them out for Halloween.
That's quite cute.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Do you do anything? Do you do anything with the dead? Do you go to the graves and leave anything there, or?
That's only on July 16th on my birthday.
Oh, right, okay. She celebrates with the dead.
Yeah. Why not?
I said, Mom. She goes, what? I said, you know. She goes, I know. I said, thanks a lot. She goes, you're welcome. I said,
They're probably better company than most of the living we know.
Yeah, you're supposed to clean the grave, your relative's grave at midnight.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, midnight. You're supposed to go to the grave with a paper lantern on a stick. Bring your broom. They have buckets of water there. They have a place where they have water, fresh water in buckets there.
Yeah.
You take the bucket, you put water in the bucket, you scrub the graves, you scrub the stones, and yeah, you come home. Oh, you feed them. You give them offerings and you come home. That's not what I expect on my birthday, right? I go, oh, God.
It's quite nice, though.
I think
Are you kidding?
Oh, it's quite sweet.
I have to make food for the dead on my birthday.
No, some of the ancient headstones would look really nice,
Yeah. I think that's quite a sweet thing to do, to be honest.
I heard something in the news lately about is it Hiroshima or Nagasaki? One of the two. You know where the bank is and the shadow of the person is supposed to be on the
Oh,
steps.
the guy with the walking stick.
Yeah. But there's something happened around that this year, or they were talking about it. It was in our news briefly. But I don't know if that area around there, like the bank still stands and the steps are still there. Thank you, Andy.
Thank you, Andy.
That was the Trade Center.
Oh, is it? That there's
Yeah.
something going on there, and I don't know if it's a spiritual thing or whether it's ghosts or whether
I've
it was a
been there.
tourism thing. I don't know.
I've been there. I did my investigation on there. It's not the place if you don't have a strong stomach, let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Or if you have issues with your body, don't go there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because they'll say, I had one spirit said, I can see you. I know you have sore legs. I go,
Oh, ooh.
I said, bugger off. And I was sitting on a dumb bus, right? And I said, I can see you. And
I
then,
think, Dan, we'd have to dump you in the nearest sumo ring centre. We'll leave you there with the sumo guys because you'll
Listen,
have
leave
fun
me a
there.
graveyard. I'll share a meal with the dead.
Oh, me and Irene will go.
no, we'll drag down there.
I love sumo
I'll share a
wrestling.
meal with all
It's
the ghosts. They'll
amazing.
be all right.
It's not for the faint of heart. Hiroshima is one of the weird places.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Not like Nagasaki was. They had lots of mountains, okay, so they have lots of hills. So not very many people got sick and died.
Right.
But Nagasaki has its own twist on the dead in that area. I mean, I got sick. I got
I can
physically sick.
imagine.
I said, "Why am I getting sick all of a sudden?" Like 3 hours ago, like this. It was pretty bad. They have a museum where they have all these things that melted, and you could read letters from the doctors and from the
Yeah.
patients, and they're all handwritten, and they're pretty bad. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
But I think it's something that we should never, ever forget.
Yeah.
We should never, ever forget not just the bomb and what happened, but the suffering that happened for generations afterwards.
Yeah.
And still happening to this day.
Yeah.
War's a very
So I
ugly
think
thing.
it is a very ugly thing, but I think we should never, ever forget it. And we should apologize. Not, everyone should be saying sorry to Japan for what happened.
But it's a war, you see. War shit happens. Okay. You can't really control what happens during a war. People die. Okay. That's how I kind of like make amends with it. And you can't control it. And
No.
that's the way it is. Nagasaki has this okay. You want me to tell you or not?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, go on.
Of course we do.
Okay, Irene, you gotta get this story down. Okay. Nagasaki had the first ship from Portugal, from Spain, from all these other places in Europe. The ship came, wanted to trade. They brought spices. They brought food. They brought delicious desserts, and they brought their religion.
Right.
Nagasaki had its first Catholic religious organization come out. So they brought the priests to Nagasaki and they started teaching the word of God. The samurai warriors said, "We are Buddhists." And they said, "Okay, you want to preach the word of God, you will die like Jesus Christ." So crucified them to the cross on a huge hill. You can go to the hill. It's available.
Yeah.
They've got a whole bunch of names on each plaque of each person who died. And it's the most creepiest feeling you've ever got. If you'd like to get your hair on your back stand up, you just go there.
Wow.
There's another place, and they have the same thing happen in Kyoto Island. On Kyoto, where they've got a huge Buddhist temple there, and nobody knows. They don't talk about it because they don't want you to go there. In the back, there's a hill where you can walk up the hill. They crucified the people there, and they crucified the priests
Wow.
on that little place on the mountain. And it's supposed to be so haunted that the spirits have not rested, and they will never rest because of where they were killed.
Yeah.
And so the church paid money and bought a statue of Mother Mary and a statue of Jesus Christ. Mother Mary is, I think she's doing this, and Jesus Christ is doing this. So they all bleed from the eyes and from the
No, that's
hands.
true.
Oh, stigmata.
Yeah.
Yeah. And nobody wants to go up the hill. Nobody wants to go up that hill. No
Do you know
scientists
what
want to
would
go up the
frighten
hill.
me more is if I saw the
Meet in an
ghost of a
alley.
samurai. No, the ghost of a samurai in full armor. Because when you see a samurai's armor, it's scary looking.
It's smart though, isn't it?
It is really scary.
It's-
And to know that it's not really there, but it's there,
Mm-hmm.
I'd be running in the opposite
That's
direction very
fantastic. That
quickly.
armor is fantastic. That's fantastic. That
I'll
armor, though, isn't
take
it?
you. I'll take you to that shrine. The ones that I got sick, you'll be able to feel a lot, and you'll be able to see them.
That
That
armor's
would be
beautiful.
scary.
Yeah, that was
It's
handed
not
down too.
scary.
Yeah.
It's not scary. I think they're showing the way that I see them is they show me how they died, what they were
Yeah.
doing. They don't show me their death. They show me how they lived. That's how spirits come to me. They show me
Oh, wow.
what their life was like, how they lived, and what they were doing at that time when they died. That's what they
Yeah.
show me. And the only place that I found refuge was going into the shrine that's right in near the building indoors. I had to pray in there to get rid of that energy from my body. And I didn't get scared. I said, "Oh, please help me.
Yeah.
Like, please
Yeah.
help me get rid of the energy that's around me." And I got better. And I said, "Okay, let's go for dinner."
Yeah. John
And
popped in to say hello.
Yeah, I see
Saw
that.
that.
my husband said, "You okay?" I go, "Uh-huh. What happened?" Oh, they got rid of them for me. We're good. And he goes,
Yeah.
a couple of seconds ago, you look like shit. I said, "You look green." I said, "I know." I know. I said, "I know. I realize that." And my friends are saying, "You okay?" I go, "Yep." So I ran down. I was running down the staircase, going to the car, and they go, "Did you see her?" I go, "Yeah." "Did you see what she did?" "Yeah." "Did you see what she did when she was up the mountain?" "Yeah." And I said, "You guys shut up." And they still can't believe it.
Is there any really haunted places in the center of Tokyo that you could tell us about? Because nobody talks about Tokyo itself. It's a very big place, very busy, lots happening there.
Looks amazing, Tokyo.
Technology's moving on all the time. But are there any places in central Tokyo that you know to be haunted?
I just have to go up my front door.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's lots of undocumented places that are haunted that you don't have to pay. You don't have to pay one penny. You just go to your front door and you see something haunted.
Wow.
There's a convenience store that I go to. Somebody was murdered. A guy was murdered. I know that. Yeah, he was about 40 years old. Sorry, I'm looking this way because I'm trying to channel back in with what I remembered.
Yeah.
Um, he was 40 years old. He was walking along that road, and there's a farmer's field behind that road. He was stabbed, strangled, and his body was dumped in the farmer's field.
Bloody hell.
They never caught the guy who did it. He comes out as a dark spirit. He doesn't have a face. He doesn't have a body. What he does is he comes out underneath the lamppost and he creates car accidents.
Oh.
My husband was walking across the street coming home from work. An old lady hit him. His foot and his leg was kind of like injured. He got bruised. Okay, he got bruised up really bad. And I didn't know. And I always felt there's something freaky at that corner that I didn't like.
Mm.
And I saw something another day. It was in July. It was very hot. It was about 7 o'clock at night. I hear an ambulance go by. A person on his bicycle, a man on his bicycle, was riding by. He got hit by a car and he died. And I said, "Oh my God!" My son told me. He said, "There's another accident on the same area, the same cross, on the same road, the same spot." And my son told me. I said, "Oh no, you can't believe it." And I goes, "No." I waited until they cleared the accident scene. They took the guy away, and I went outside. It was kind of like dusk, and the sun was going down. And I went outside. I took pictures. I could see him pacing underneath the lamppost, and he gave me this really weird look. He goes, "Ha ha ha! I could do whatever I want. You can't stop me. You can't tell me I'm gonna do this, and then you're not gonna bug me. And if you don't like, you could stick up your behind you, right?" And I said, "Ha! You can't touch me." I told him, "I'm stronger than you." That's what I told him. And he looked at me, and goes, "Oh yeah?" I said, "Yeah. Don't test me." And he looked at me and he gave me this really weird, dirty look. I felt the hair on my arms went zoink. And I walked home. I came home. I said, "Okay, I'm going to throw salt on my body." I said, "I'm going to cleanse myself."
Yeah.
And I said, that's the only time when I got really freaked out. And I had my friend from Australia who's also a clairvoyant. We all got together. She does it with a pendulum. And we kind of like made him kind of like disappear. So there's no more accidents on that corner. But and they,
Oh, that's amazing, isn't it? Yeah.
oh, I mean, if you could still feel it right when you walk there, but it's not as bad as it
It's
was
just residual.
before.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they took away the lamppost. But yeah, right underneath that lamppost is a bus stop. I hated waiting for the bus underneath there because I said, "I don't like it." And I said, "Oh, I don't feel good." I said to him, "I don't feel good." He goes, "You sure?" I go, "Yeah." "Are you okay? You want to go home?" "No." "Oh, oh, toughen it out." I couldn't wait till we got on the bus. I said, "Oh, thank God." it, it's like the most uneasy, the most creepy feeling you've ever felt. And it's right outside my front door, right across the street. There are places, you see, taxes have gone up in Japan. Property taxes have gone up. So the old
Mm.
people who owned these property that had a lot of battles long time ago having to give up their property and sell to developers. So now they're building apartments and housing and stuff like that on these properties that have been,
Ripe with activity.
and yeah. So there's a lady who was an actress. She was talking about what happened in her place. She was going to work. She woke up and she saw samurai from here up, because apparently there's nothing left of him here down, right? He got cut in two, so he keeps on walking through the walls of these over apartment building,
Wow.
and they're not cheap. They're really expensive, right? Tokyo's a very expensive place to buy a house, to rent an apartment, but to buy a house is cheap. So,
Yeah.
you have
It's
to
a shame
really.
because the traditional housing's going, isn't it? It's
I bought a house in Tokyo. I didn't pay that. We got a discount.
Cut price.
cut price,
Be-
yeah.
But you see, we're underneath the soil here is Japanese Mandarin orange soil, farmland. So my son and I, we said, okay, we got to work out this. Is this property safe? He goes, this is house safe. He goes, yes, this house is safe. This house is clean. Okay, we're buying it. So that's where I live. I had to move from a suicide condo that I lived in.
Ugh.
17 people killed themselves. By the time we moved up, another the 18th person killed themselves. So we said, "Yeah, we're moving."
What, in that
Yeah.
property? In that one property?
Yeah,
Whoa!
I tell you, a lady on the main floor who was an elderly lady, she got a heart attack. She died. There's a man on the 11th floor who had a heart attack. He died. There's a man on the 8th floor, not too far from where we lived, a couple doors down. He had brain cancer. He's only 36 years old. He died. I mean, yeah, you tell me why, I'll tell you why too.
What's going on
So
there then?
Yeah.
bad,
You
bad energies, bad
That
juju
you
is
going on
buy
in
good,
to
there.
own.
yeah.
And my husband, he had to go into receivership because they drained his money. He was always careful with his money, okay? But that living there, either you get a divorce, you die, they kill you, or you end up having no money in the bank account. Pick your choice of which one you want.
Yeah.
I got sick. I ended up with migraines. I was brought to the hospital every month I was sick. My kids got sick. My son got a pneumothorax for no reason. We don't smoke, we don't drink.
Yeah.
It was it'll kill you that way.
Yeah.
Bloody
And
hell.
it's just one of those places. You see, I wouldn't even want my worst enemies to move there.
John, why are you being so needy? I do apologise to the
Well,
cat.
you know what? I got one here. I got my black one here.
Oh, look, John. Look, it's your Japanese brother. What's
Happy
his name?
brother.
He's how old is he? He's 106 years old.
Oh.
Oh, he's
Oh,
cute,
wow.
though.
He's
He's
cute.
cute.
See? He's pretty good there.
His face.
He's the one that sees spirits. If he
He's
if he
sweet.
doesn't like what he sees, he'll sit in front of the camera so I can't look at it, and he'll try to block me from seeing anything.
Yeah, I've seen him
Yeah,
do that too.
yeah.
This John thinks he's a dog sometimes.
He does.
Yeah.
He does.
He does dog things, and he speaks. He says no and now.
Mm-hmm. It's Yeah,
And when
my
he
cat.
jumps up on your lap, when my cat
Yeah.
jumps up on your lap, he says, "Hello."
Where's yours, Eric?
Right next to me.
Sleeping.
He
You there?
protects me. He protects me. If there's certain people that we have guests that he doesn't like, he'll sit right here and I can't see anything.
John, behave yourself. I don't know what it is you're doing on that window, but stop it.
He's not flashing the neighbours, is he?
Remember, Vivian, you said remember we were
Yeah,
talking
there is
one
something
time
else
you
there.
saw Dark Spirit walk across there? So did he. He saw it too. He didn't like
Oh,
it
did
either.
he?
Yeah, he
Oh,
growled. He growled.
John, stop. What are you doing, John? Stop it. I think he's trying to escape through the window, but the window's shut.
There's something
Oh
out
yeah,
there
he's
that he
put
wants.
paw in the window.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, so we're coming to the end of the show, guys. Before
Excuse me,
before we
sorry.
say goodbye, we got to say hello to Mr. Hutchinson in
Hi.
Vegas.
Hello, Carl. I hope you're doing well, bud. Hope everything's
Yeah.
going swimmingly over there for you.
We have to bring you guys here.
Midnight
Hey,
says
midnight. Yeah, definitely got to get over there, Rita. Definitely.
There are places that I can take you. There are places that I refuse to take you. So,
That's fair enough. That's fair enough.
yeah, because they can kill you,
Yeah.
like you've heard my
I
story.
just
Yeah,
like
yeah.
to stick
And that place is only
Dan.
45 minutes from where I live.
I'd stick Dan in a samurai ring, and then bet not samurai, the
Sumo.
sumo ring, and then put my money down and bet on the other guy, not Dan.
What I would do is I would take Jamie, and if anything just a bit dangerous, I'd throw him in like a canary up the mine.
Nah, we'll throw you in first. There's our guinea pig. Dan the guinea pig. There you go.
I'm always a guinea pig, always.
We'll pump him up with my moonshine, right?
Good
And
Carl.
we'll take him and
So he doesn't
we'll
know what's
take
going
pictures.
on.
We'll take pictures with our phone and say, yeah,
I'd
that's
love to
what
see
we'll
you
do.
drunk on moonshine, Dan. That'd be funny.
We'll see how
moonshine
fast
is
Dan is
great.
gonna run.
I seriously would take Jamie and throw him in first.
Oh no. Oh no. I'm too nice to that one. No.
Irene,
There's
will
one
you
place.
come back on the show? Will you come back on the show again and
Yep.
talk to us?
Yep.
Oh, thank you.
No
been
problem.
lovely.
Anytime.
Right. It's
Anytime.
been
Thank you,
brilliant.
Irene. It's been lovely.
I'm not. I'll be there.
Oh, thank you.
We love Irene, as you can
We
tell.
do.
We're not biased at all.
No.
We'd have Irene on every week if we could.
I'll be on every week if you want me to.
We'd have you on
And
every week
you
as
know
well.
what? So you've seen this, right? I think you know what it is.
Is that an eye?
I can't see it close enough.
It's the eye, isn't it? Yeah.
Wow.
It's the all-seeing eye.
Made by a Scottish warlock who gave me this necklace.
That's cool.
If it's Scottish, throw it in the bin because we don't like the Scots in England.
No, but because he's my teacher, and he taught me of how to control myself and how to control what I see, and it keeps me. I don't know. Icky spirits don't like this, right? But the good ones doesn't bother, but bad ones do. So,
yeah, because it means something to them, doesn't it?
Yeah, it scares them.
Yeah.
Plus, they're scared of me too because they can say, "Okay, I'm gonna get rid of you." Like,
I used to wear a piece of Moldavite. I've got a piece of Moldavite that Dan gave me. But when I go out with Dan and I'm wearing Moldavite, bad shit happens.
Oh, yeah. Moldavite and me don't mix. Really weird, me and Moldavite.
We see loads and stuff happens. So I stopped wearing it just because I don't want to be scared anymore.
I got this the other day.
Well, I'm going to buy Moldavite and come over.
Oh, that's pretty.
That's cool.
It's blue. It's blue.
Tiger's eye?
Yeah. And
That's
what
pretty,
it does
isn't
is it protects you against nasty things. So yeah, it's got sparkles in it too.
Oh, pretty.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
I'm going to be making.
I got the
I'm gonna make-
Moldavite. So when
I'm going to make
when we
making
go out,
necklaces.
Pendant.
I'm going to be making pendants out of this one.
Oh, that's cool.
That's cool.
Dan, when we go out, I'm going to put that Moldavite back on again. To see
We
if
need
any
to.
got
So
back.
we need to step it up a bit, don't we? We need to get stuff coming out.
Mm.
Moldavite will do it.
I gotta get some.
It does make me scream.
Oh, don't worry. Yeah, if you take me with you, I'll go
You can come with us anytime, Irene.
Irene, I'll bring my bone whistle with me. My bone whistle.
Okay.
It just makes me sick. That's all it does. But I'm going to make Dan. I'm going to make Dan play it.
I couldn't stop breathing.
Vivian,
I nearly stopped breathing
that
when I was
necklace
laughing.
that I gave you when you go out, because jade protects you from evil.
Okay.
And that obsidian will protect you from dark spirits.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes
Yeah, obsidian's good, isn't it?
Sometimes they don't like it,
Mm-hmm.
but it'll center you so you don't get hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we're going out looking for this pig man. So I'm gonna make Dan play the flute. It's made from bone.
I'll be like the fat Pied Piper.
I'm gonna make you play it and call the pig man out, Dan.
Oh, you know what?
Pig man, come here, me pig man.
Yeah, come on, Dan, come on.
Here, piggy.
Nah, can't we just use one of Dan's bones?
Follow me, wee pig man. I don't know why it's Scottish accent. I have no idea.
Take Dan out and say, okay, we'll pump him full of. I'll bring a whole jar of my moonshine. We'll pump him up with moonshine and see what happens, right?
Don't shout bacon.
That's what I named the pig. Bacon.
I'm shitting myself because this thing comes out in broad daylight. We don't even have to be in the dark.
I'll be chasing him around with a frying pan, mate.
I mean, yeah. I mean, here spirits don't care if it's dark or night, right?
Yeah.
They come out whenever they feel like coming out.
Exactly.
Here, they don't care. They don't care.
Exactly.
They don't give a rat's behind.
No, exactly.
I got crystal.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That is beautiful.
Probably my favourite. That one.
It's really cheap. I mean,
I
got this whole bag for £6.
Wow.
Because they take them out of the earth in this near the mountains. And
I was going to say you got your Japan's rich in crystals, though, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I get off. Why do you think I buy them so cheap?
I know. I love that.
I can get obsidian. I can get jade. I can get it whatever I want.
Like a dealer.
Yeah, she's like a dealer.
Oh, under the table, right?
Yeah. Jade, amethyst.
Yeah, that's cheap. I buy crystal. I go to the rock shows, like the jewelry shows I go to, and the rock shows I go to. I buy them wholesale, and I go.
Don't blame you out there. It's be silly not to. It's worth
and
it.
My husband said, "Did you buy enough?" I said, "Shh."
But you're doing you're doing useful things with them, aren't you?
Yeah.
That's the difference.
Yeah, I work with a lot of things. I check them out on the list of protection stones, and I make what I can of it. Right, that's
exactly.
What I do.
It's not like you're just buying them for buying them. So you're using them for proper reasons.
Yeah, and you know what? I think we in the paranormal world are here to help each other, and my contribution is to help people.
Yeah,
and I've helped Vivian. I helped. I'm gonna make something for Dan. I don't know what I'm gonna make him. I'll surprise him.
There you go.
Bless you.
And I've made something for Eric too. So I'll think about. I got my head rolling on all kinds of stuff like that. So
Dan
bless
needs
you.
protection from himself, I think. Really.
I do actually. I could actually do it with a bubble wrap suit.
I'll try to find. I'll think of something.
Oh, again.
Plus, I got 5 boxes of stones, and my husband said, "You buy enough?" I said, "No, I'm gonna buy more." He goes, "Whose money are you gonna use? Yours." He goes,
Of course,
not mine.
Yeah, exactly. You're not silly.
I'm not using my money. I'm using your money. He goes,
Right, guys, we've come to the end of the show now.
yeah.
Thanks, Irene.
So,
You're
Irene,
welcome.
we will get you
Thank
back on
you.
soon. And Dan,
Lovely.
Eric, you got a show on tomorrow night?
We have got a show on tomorrow night. We talk about leprechauns tomorrow night.
Oh, nice.
So that'll be a good one. So that was Tim's choice. Good old Tim. So that'll be good. I think we might have a guest. Hey,
Godzilla! Oh, that Godzuki.
Yeah,
love Godzilla.
that's mine. That's mine.
You're
That'd be cool, Carl. Cheers, bud. That'd be cool, mate. Nice, Sarah.
Sarah. It's Halloween tomorrow.
It is.
It's today.
It is.
So I have to make my naked suit for tonight.
You're gonna be busy. You'll have all the kids knocking on your door.
The adults come knocking on my door. They smell. They go.
Right, guys. Irene, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Everyone.
Bye.
Thanks, everyone in the chat.
Bye, everybody.